Hello, Geminis, and happy birthday and happy 6/6. Anybody's birthday on today? Happy birthday to my Geminis. All right, Geminis, it's all about the heart chakra. Heart chakra cleanse. All right. So, yeah. So, 6/6 portal is open. And so, six is a number that symbolizes healing, love, especially self-love and family love, but nurturing energy, harmony in home, responsibility and balance. And also 6/6, a double six energy amplifies the theme. So it's about healing from emotional or family wounds, also creating balance in your emotional in your relationships, also prioritizing self-care and inner peace, also manifesting a loving and supportive environment, Geminis. So the portal is especially, really all about, heart chakra activation day. It's a time to open up emotionally, forgive, and receive unconditional love. It's also an invitation to heal karmic or ancestral wounds in the family line. It's also aligned with divine feminine nurturing energy and mother child archetypes. So whether you are actually a mother, father, doesn't really matter. Just kind of sort of like you could be a mentor or a mother energy, like just very nurturing kind of a spirit, to people, whatever your situation is, to people. You could just be kind of like a mentor or very nurturing kind of a spirit. Doesn't matter if you're man, woman, or just really kind of sort of being tapped into that divine feminine energy. So let's get into it. And then I have we're gonna do a 5 card spread at the end. So I already prayed over everyone's cards. So let's set the intention for your reading. Try to keep it short. Start packing. Your new dream home is loading. I love it. New dream home is loading. Geminis, look at y'all. What's your dream home? Dream home. So yeah, so the moon is in Scorpio, or at least is moving into Scorpio. So deep emotional insights, your shadow work and psychic revelations you're having, and so passionate intensity, especially in love or creativity, and so also opportunity to release control and trust your intuitive power during this time. 3, 4, 5 baby steps. So little by little, it will get done. The overwhelm you feel is not unnoticed by your angels. They ask you to reconfigure your perspective, and instead of focusing on the big picture, look at the immediate next step. Organize your thoughts on paper now and write down what your baby steps will be in the forthcoming days, right? So 3, 4, 5 baby steps. All right. So let's see what we have going on here. Let's see what we have going on here. All right, so start packing. Your new dream home is loading. I love this for you all, Gemini. So congratulations. This would be a nice birthday gift. This would be a nice birthday gift for somebody, right? The new dream home is loading. Talking to you ever Geminis in your birth chart again. Happy Friday. Happy birthday to my Geminis. Happy 6/6. I got a lot going on. And then that color green comes out, which speaks to the heart chakra, right? So don't forget steps 1 and 2. So don't skip over the steps. It's baby steps, right? So you inspired them to heal, whoever it is you inspire to heal. So it could be 2 people you inspired to heal. You have the gift of precognition. This is foreknowledge. And so the foreknowledge could really be um, just kind of, coming through the air, because you're an air sign, right? So coming through the air could mean like when you wake up out of a dream. It can mean while you're walking down the street, the air that you breathe. It could be while you're driving, while you're brushing your teeth, while you're in the shower, just air. Coming through the air, right? So more money is coming soon for you. Somebody's not happy without you. Check your request list again, whatever your request list is. Somebody has a very envious spirit. The curse is now broken. Yeah, somebody has a lying spirit. I don't know who that is, but close out the cycle in love. But whatever the cycle, close it out in love. But your mental health is just as important as your physical health. Your laughter is medicine. And follow your heart, right? So we're talking about heart chakra. So again, happy 6/6, right? Happy 6/6. Mm-mm. So yeah, you want to close out cycles in love. So here's a affirmation for everybody that I'm giving everybody. So affirmation is I am open to giving and receiving love. You want to journal about forgiveness for yourself and for others. You also want to create a vision board focused on harmony, love, and abundance. You can light a green or pink candle for healing and heart expansion. Also, if you pull cards, you want to focus on family, inner child healing, or love. Okay, those are some things that you can do. Um, and So let's pull some cards. So the first card is going to be, asking spirit, what part of your heart are you ready to heal? What part of your heart are you ready to heal? And this card reveals a wound or emotional pattern that is surfacing now for release and restoration, right? What part of your heart are you ready to heal for release and restoration, right? Yeah, not knowing what you see when you look in the mirror. And what this means is allowing other people, when you're having a good day, allowing someone else to just like that, to change your good day from a good day to a bad day. And that's called swapping. It can be just that instant because you all are mutable signs. So let's say, for instance, you're having a great day, Gemini, and a friend calls you, right? A friend decides to call you they want to just dump all of their bad day onto you. That can change your day just like that. You just absorbed all of that instead of saying, no, I'm having a great day. I'm not trying to be mean. Uh, you know, that there may be something they want to, schedule an appointment with their therapist. I'm sorry you're going through all of that, but you want to keep up that great day. You want to keep up a great day. I'm sorry you're going through all of that. Yeah, yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like, you're not trying to swap your good day. You're already on a high frequency. You're operating the spirit of love. So you're taking baby steps. You're taking baby steps, right? Just taking some baby steps. So when you have foreknowledge, sometimes you get a feeling that somebody is calling you with they calling you with some mess, right? So you also have the foreknowledge that something good is coming too. So you have foreknowledge something bad is coming. You also have the foreknowledge. Like sometimes you have a feeling that, oh, okay, I got a feeling that um, you're gonna get a phone call from so and so. Somebody calling you with they got feeling they had a bad day at work. It could be a friend or somebody you used to work with. I got a feeling, right? And they call you with the bad news at work. Oh, guess who's they calling you with some drama from their job. So it's saying you can ready to start learning how to, you know, reroute the call, or just change the subject. What do you ever have some good days at work? Let's talk about the goodness of your job. You like your job? You ever consider maybe looking at something else if you don't like your job? So, like, not letting them drag you into their chaos and confusion, but maybe helping them to find the good in something, right? So, and the second question for the card is Spirit, what truth must Gemini face to fully grow? What truth must Gemini face to fully grow? Right? Yeah, some kind of truth about um, joining in assassinating people's character. So it looks like being around kind of maybe bullying spirits that talk about people behind their backs. Yeah, you may be around some energies that talk about people behind their backs. You may not even know it. You may work with some people or maybe attend like a religious organization or something like that around people who just talk about people behind their back and still say they talk about their loved ones behind their back. I know what I'm saying? Like if you've been around, you and somebody have that in common. Like you and somebody had this in common. Like um but it shows cracks in their foundation. Like they talk negatively about their loved one, but they still go back around them. So that's the source of saying that's what you can already start changing. Like, okay, yeah, there's a spirit behind that. Like, okay, that's something you're gonna put out immediately from now on. You're like, okay, they still something's not they not happy. They not happy within. That's a spirit of hate. So that's what source is saying. Baby steps for you. You're not gonna go with the flow anymore. They talking so horribly about their family behind their back, but they still go around their own family like, that's letting you know, okay, that's a waste of your time. Time is money, right? You could be doing something else. You could be taking classes, especially since you all love to learn, right? And so that's investing in your future. So you're like, okay, I could be investing in my future. I could be taking some classes, reading a book. I could join a book club. I could teach a class. I could, I can learn something new that's going to better your future, enlighten other people, and better their future. Whatever. Um, right. And I'm not saying assuming that's an assumption. Like people assume that readers are talking about themselves, and that's a horrible assumption because a lot of readers talk to a lot of people. So it's not that's yeah, that would be an assumption. But I'm talking about like you hear people saying, "Oh, my cousin this, my sister or brother is this, or whatever." They're telling you, "Oh, that colleague is this." They talking about loved ones and they telling names, talking about them behind their back, but still going around them. So sources saying, um, and then, or in this case right here, this one right here is saying they saying that this one somebody saying that they're gonna have a loved one restrained, or they telling somebody behind their back they're gonna have a loved one put in a mental institution, or they want to have somebody put in a they need to be in a mental institution, or they need to be put whatever restrained in some kind of way, whatever. But anyway, but you're gonna stop the conversation. Somebody was married to. I mean, anyway, so source is saying to you, so the fourth card I'm gonna pull here is how can you, Gemini, stay in divine flow and feminine balance? Your energy is directed outward, so that was divine masculine energy, but the other side, the divine feminine energy for you is being in receiving mode. When you say you feel like something is like this energy there's like a dark side to this. It's like you all would be the energies. It's like, okay, there's another side to this. Like I'm only hearing one side. It has to be another side to this, right? That's where when your brain starts clicking, it's okay. That's how you're going to stay in divine feminine energy, right? That's where source is saying to you, remember you in Virgo, when I talk about any Virgos, that's where you go from your third house to your sixth house. That's when you start saying, okay, I need to go into hermit mode and I need to let a light come on. I need to start praying, going into hermit mode and start getting some downloads from God, from source. I need to go in receiving mode. I need to go out and get some fresh air. It sounds like some cracks in the foundation about something don't sound right. I'm missing some steps here. I'm missing step. I'm starting to three. They just started talking about something. Okay, I'm missing steps 1 and 2. Where did all this start? How did something begin? Something don't sound right. So steps. So anyway, so 4 is how can, like I said, how can Gemini stay in divine flow and feminine balance? And so that guides you towards nurturing softness, intuition, and harmony without losing your power, right? It's just when you have a feeling about something, when you're kind of at a crossroad and you're like, okay, I'm hearing one thing, the light of something, one side, but I need to hear something else about something. So this is about baby steps. So again, you packing for your new dream home, which is loading here, and more money coming across your path. Remember, there's duality in that as well. There's duality in that as well, right? There is duality in that as well. So you're breaking some kind of a generational cycle, chain, and curse because you have a lot of ideas moving forward. And that's wonderful that you're packing for your dream home. And I love this, for you. But there's that prayer life too. There's that prayer life. That somebody is like, okay, something is behind this. Remember steps 1 and 2, right? So you're taking baby steps, you're packing, but what's behind the packing, right? Who is behind the packing? That's 1 and 2, right? So in major arcana, ooh, right? So there's duality to this card, right? So someone could be a great parent, but they could also be a great manipulator. They could be a shark of emotions, right? They could be a great manipulator of emotions. So this could also be somebody could have been married to someone, right? Um, in business and or in love. And what I'm saying is that this energy who could be behind this, you packing for a new dream home, looking at your cards here, could have been connected to some energies who, for you, Gemini, they all have something in common. There's cracks in their story. And so, and they know somehow, to some degree, they all know that you know something, whoever these energies are, right? So some energies want to fly you out somewhere, want to fly you out somewhere. Um, I see marriage in your cards. I see marriage in your cards. I see marriage in your cards. Um, and somebody really envies your gifts, Gemini, whoever you are. Who is this that envies your gifts? Somebody who has fire in their chart. But you inspired them to heal. And it's because, again, it's you all know, and I always say this about my Gemini, so thank you for the comments below. You all are incredibly smart. You know, I speak very highly of all zodiac signs. You cannot be you can't, I mean, well, you can have gifts and have some kind of feelings about zodiac signs. We're all in human form, but it wouldn't make any, that's something you would want to clear out for real, especially if you have all zodiac signs in your birth chart. You want to clear that out. But Source is saying, you know, to you, baby steps for you is making sure you get to steps 1 and 2 and start making the connection, who's connected to whom, because there's a light and dark side to everybody. And Geminis would know that best if you're at your highest frequency, okay? You're at your highest frequency because you have a lot of ideas moving forward. You're excited, but Source is basically like, slow down, don't move too fast. You're excited, right? You have King of Wands. And so there's someone who has a very youthful spirit. There could be a Leo behind something, who in Leo's rule fifth house. Fifth house is somebody who's very romantic, you know, um, somebody who is somebody is ready to just like pull out all the stops for you. Whoever you are, Gemini, I don't know who you are, but somebody ready to lay it all out for you, being romantic. They ready to, the horse and carriage, I mean, so they're a high priest. So you already know, you know, physically, they have an innate spiritual understanding of all of this for you, of all of this for you, right? They are an energy that was not going to move fast. They don't really chase, right? They just kind of sort of sit back and wait to make their move. But they're very patient energy. They're very generous with their patience. this energy. For those of you all who want love in your life, they're very generous with their patience. With energies, they don't. They don't. They're not a. They're not going to chase after energies. But they are. It's two sides of them. So what's interesting about this is that they're the same. They are the same. They have the same characteristics of the very energy that um, assume that you was just stacking money in your house. They have some of the same characteristics. But ironically, um, they're both resourceful. They have a lot of things in common between these two types of energies, right? They are, like I said, it's like literally like their energy are like the light and dark to each other. Which interesting that you're a Gemini because they are wherever Gemini falls in your birth chart doesn't even really matter. Talking to your third house, um, they will both have your back. There's pros and cons to everything. So, like I said, for you, you could pull a compatibility chart. It's up to you. So, main thing for you is that you don't want to move fast. You don't want to move fast. The energies are hunters. They're hunters, right? So they'll introduce you to a group of energies where you'll feel like, they'll introduce you to a whole group of energies, right? Right. So definitely be a wish fulfilled. You feel like wishes are being fulfilled for sure. Having a lot of fun, doing the things that you love to do, kind of getting away, everything that you want to do. A lot of your wishes will be fulfilled. A lot of them will be fulfilled. So here's the Three of Pentacles here. Um, yeah, a lot of your wishes will be fulfilled. A lot of resources here. So, like that's what I said. Start packing. Your new dream home is waiting, right? So, um, this is happening this year. Wheel of Fortune, right? And so, because you are definitely a light high priestess, you've gone through a lot of dark times here. So, light high priestess. So, they feel very fortunate to have you in their space. Both of them, actually, both energies feel very fortunate to have you in their space. But like I said, no one is perfect. And so I don't know that you're looking for anyone that is perfect, but your reading just came out a love reading. This is not everybody's reading is not coming out of love reading, but yours just happened to come out of love reading. So congratulations to you. Yours happened to come out of love reading. But follow your heart. Follow your heart. Make the connection. You'll see who's connected to whom. I feel like if you've been following my readings for a while, or first of all, if you're new to my channel, welcome. If you're coming back, welcome back. But if you've been following my readings for a while, you already know who's connected to whom at this point. I mean, I try to make it real plain by just like giving descriptions of things. So you'll probably, I mean, because my reading speaks to all placements in the entire birth chart, not just your sun, moon, rising, or Venus. Yours just happens to come out this way. So this lets me know that somebody has been in you've been in a space, looks like for a while, where um, energies have been trying to swap their lives with yours. Um, so, but I'm looking at here, yeah, so just take baby steps. Don't move too fast. You have an idea of, yeah, it's a lot of things, it's a lot of telltale things going on. But anyway, let's look at some oracle cards and we're gonna close it out. Yeah. I feel like because you've dealt with master manipulators in the past. Somebody could have been married to a master manipulator in the past. Um, you're ready. I mean, you can spot that type of energy. Um, so raise the bar. Raise the bar. So again, you're slowing down. You're not racing into anything. But anyway, raise the bar. When you set higher standards for the people and situations in your life, you create space for new levels of joy and abundance. Rise above old patterns, and that's what it is. Um, you can look at it as when you learn how to manipulate your own emotions. You don't have to worry about everybody else. Manipulate your own emotions. Worry about self. That would be the thing I would say. Don't worry about somebody else being. If they're master of their own emotions, because that's what it could be. Somebody has mastered their own emotions, so they don't have to chase other energies. Master yours. So know who you are when you look in the mirror. So spirit of life. So remember, you are never alone. The spirit of life is with you. The world takes care of you. Allow yourself to rest in the realization and feel the lightness in you, right? Feel the lightness in you. Perseverance. So you have the power within yourself to conquer any challenge and come out stronger on the other side. Trusting your resilience and your ability to persevere. Mhm. And then no pressure. So when you want more, don't push yourself or others to get more. Give more of yourself, genuine self, and life will immediately and effortlessly match it. And then the spirit of love. Don't search for true love, for it will find you if you just hold on to who you are. The world already loves your essence, so don't change it for anyone. All right, that is what I have for you. Hopefully, this has been helpful for you, Geminis, and I will see you in the next reading again. Oh, we do have two more oracle cards. Almost forgot. Almost forgot. Burning bowl. So you can toss something into a burning bowl. Anything that was almost like you were nervous or scared or something or whatever, but baby steps. Toss into a burning bowl. Sanctity. So through offering, even the most mundane problem can become a sacrament, right? So that is what I have for you. Thank you for joining me, Geminis. Hopefully you all are having a wonderful week so far. But happy Friday, happy birthday to each and every one of you all. And like I said, I'm doing but that's what I have for you. Okay.